Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, presented by the Idiot Radio Network, offering a weekly look into the world of professional wrestling with guest interviews, news, results, and much more. Now here's your host, Stephon Devereux. Stephon Devereux, Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, here on Angry Cast 24/7 Radio. I want to thank you for joining us today. Man, woo! Pretty decent week. Pretty decent week of pro wrestling out there, man. I'm dead serious. It was a pretty decent week. A lot of news. There's always news. There's a lot of things going on in pro wrestling. But the number one story this week, again, Kofi Kingston. Man, Kofi goddamn Kingston. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I was never a real fan of Kofi Kingston. Never. I was never a fan of Kofi Kingston. And see, it's not because I don't think Kofi can wrestle. It's not because I don't think Kofi, got over well with the fans. That had nothing to do with it. My beef with Kofi Kingston was I just thought he was too flippy. You know what I mean? These guys would just step in the ring and they flip. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's why I call them flip-flops, because usually those flippy guys, they flop. They usually flop. Well, Kofi Kingston's been in the WWE for years. Okay? 11 years on the main roster. He was also in their developmental league. So, to me, Kofi Kingston getting this opportunity, a push of a lifetime, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not deserved. I believe it is. And obviously, I'm not the only one because, I've been glued to this storyline. I think it's probably the best storyline that the WWE has besides the Rhonda Rousey. We'll get into that next segment. But Kofi Kingston, this does remind you of the Daniel Bryan story. It does. But the difference between Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston was, Daniel Bryan was on the WWE roster for, a decent amount of time, but Daniel Bryan was known as an indie superstar before he got to the WWE. He was an indie superstar. Former NWA world champion at a young age, held the belt for some time. But the Kofi Kingston thing is, this is a homegrown WWE star. Possibly about to be put in the biggest match of his career. Greatest storyline of his career. And guess what? It's getting over. Now, you know the story. You know how it started. It was just a luck and coincidence. Just a luck thrown in a match as a replacement. And he got over. The fans loved it. They wanted to see him get the fast lane. He was in the Elimination Chamber. Had a great match in the Elimination Chamber. Fans wanted to see him at Fastlane take on Daniel Bryan for the championship, and that didn't happen. They got Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali instead. Then we fast forward to coming up to WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston had to beat 5 wrestlers in order to get that main event spot at Mania. He had to beat 5 WWE superstars. These aren't just anybody. He had to beat Sheamus, Cesaro, Samoa Joe, Eric Rowan, Randy Orton. He did just that. The fans enjoyed it. The live crowd enjoyed it. But Vince McMahon rained on their parade. He rained on their parade. Now, I could say some other words, but I won't do that. It's a Sunday. Vince McMahon decided to send out, after Kofi Kingston won his gauntlet, took out the 5 guys he had to take out to get his match at Mania. The fans went wild. New Day came out celebrating, throwing pancakes. Well, they didn't throw pancakes, but then guess what happens? Mr. McMahon comes out, and Mr. McMahon decides that Kofi needs to beat one more wrestler. And who is this wrestler? Daniel Bryan. Now, you know he lost, obviously. So now we're in a situation to where now, what are they going to do to get Kofi Kingston in this match? What are they going to do? Because, I mean, I like the storyline. There's fans out here complaining and crying about it. I love it. I love it. I wish they would have had AJ Styles come out at the end of that match and help Daniel Bryan against Randy Orton, continue their storyline a little bit. But they didn't, so I'm not too mad. Don't forget AJ takes on Randy at Mania. But the fans are pissed. Yes, they were. The fans were not happy. Why? Because they got to see their guy, once again, be screwed. So where are they going to take this on Tuesday night? I mean, I can't wait. I really want to see how far this thing goes. I'm not going to make no predictions because it is WrestleMania season, and this is the time where you're really supposed to be just sitting back and enjoying it. We can make all the predictions we want. I believe Kofi Kingston's still going to end up with the WWE title at the end of Mania, though. I believe that. I mean, I think it will be an awesome scene. Everything goes the way I visualize it. Kofi Kingston will probably be the only babyface who's going to win a major title that night. I don't think Rhonda's losing, and I don't think Brock is losing. So, but right now, Kofi Kingston has arguably the hottest storyline in the WWE right now. Will the WWE cash in? And cash in, I mean, give them that title. I believe they will. But it's getting people there. That's the fun part. Getting people there. It's been a pretty decent roller coaster ride for Mr. Kingston. You have to admit that. Did you expect Kofi Kingston to be in this spot 4 months ago? No. There's talks of New Day breaking up now. Someone within the group will get mad if Kofi wins the title, and then they'll split New Day. I'm guessing Xavier Woods, because Xavier Woods comes off to me as the breakout heel of New Day, not Big E. They tried that before. It didn't work. They didn't push him to the level of, superstar heel. No, they tried to see what he would do as a heel, and it didn't work out. Fast forward, he's a part of New Day, and the rest is history. But I think it's Xavier. I think Xavier's the one. He's the one with the potential. He's the one with the money. I can't see Kofi Kingston turning heel after he wins the championship and he becomes this cocky, arrogant dude. He's coming around with the belt. Guys, open my door. I don't want to wrestle tonight. This New Day thing's just a little bit too big, too small for me. I'm the world champion. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think it would work. I think Xavier Woods being ticked off that Kofi, got the title and is becoming way more successful than he is. Or, here's another scenario. I can also see Kofi Kingston losing against Daniel Bryan at Mania, thanks to Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods does something that, that cost him the match. Then we get him DQ'd, something. And then Tuesday on SmackDown, the fans are blaming Xavier, and Kofi doesn't want to blame his brother, but, Xavier thinks that Kofi is. I mean, this is fantasy stuff, obviously. And Xavier gets a little ticked off, and you can break New Day up that way. I mean, there's so many ways, but I really think the best way to break New Day up is by putting the belt on Kofi Kingston and letting Xavier Woods get a little jealous, and you could build from there, see what happens. But it's going to be fun to watch this thing play out. That's all I will say. You're listening to the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We're going to be right back after this break. When we come back, We're going to talk some Ronda Rousey. Woo, man. She is truly making a name for herself. It's just she's doing on Twitter. We already know who she was, and but let's get into that next segment. Devereux Committee Pro Wrestling here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguytokeephiminterested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguytokeephiminterested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
Discover the weird trick people are using to make over $3,500 a month taking paid surveys from home. Jason White is known online as the king of paid surveys. He's been taking paid surveys online since 2009 and has earned over $274,000 just from paid surveys. He knows that may seem hard to believe, but it's 100% true and verified. Large multi-billion-dollar corporations need your feedback and suggestions about their products and are willing to pay huge sums of money to get it. If you go to bit.ly/makingmoneywithsurveys, he'll show you how to get your piece of the pie. Companies desperately need your opinion and will pay you cash for taking short surveys. Plus, you'll get $50 for taking your first paid survey. So go to bit.ly/makingmoneywithsurveys. Stephon Devereux, Devereux Committee Pro Wrestling, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We're back. We just got into Kofi Kingston, and let's get into the other hot story in the WWE right now, and that's Ronda Rousey. Let me say that again. The other hot storyline heading into Wrestlemania is Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey turning heel and showing this side of her, brilliant. I don't care what anybody else says. I believe this story is brilliant. See, people are hung up on, oh, she break her kayfabe. Ronda Rousey break her kayfabe. Oh, here we go with that again. People, kayfabe doesn't exist in the locker room anymore. It doesn't exist outside of the locker room anymore. You know why? Because Vince McMahon said peace to kayfabe. But you stupid fans can still be worked. Oh, yeah. You dummies can still be worked. Just like you're still being worked over Kofi Kingston. Like you don't know that Kofi's going to end up at Mania. Come on, man. I see all you on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You're all crying. Now you're crying about Ronda Rousey. She break a kayfabe. People, story is hot. She's adding heat to it. This is what you do when you are a heel. You get heat. This past Monday night, she beat up some security guards. Her husband got involved. I mean, it was yuck, man. I'm like, man, okay. Now the WWE has banned the husband from ringside. I mean, whoa, this is getting good. And you got fans out there. Oh, see, that's where you get free good. No, these, I'm not going to call them regular fans. These are what you call smart marks. He got banned for ringside. That's what he gets. He should have never put his hand. He's not trained. You people are morons. Morons. Complete morons. Not all. Not all of you. There are some who are smart. But see, the smart ones don't come out and say, yeah, I'm smart on the wrestling business. It's all you dummies who sit there and talk stuff about Dave Meltzer, but you'll sit there and be reading his columns. You'll sit there and listen to his podcast. You'll go and quote everything he says verbatim, knowing half the stuff he said is bullcrap. But you'll go and quote him. You'll go and quote him. You'll go and quote him because, you know, you think he's smarting you guys up. Even if he's telling you what they're doing with Ronda Rousey, you people you'll sit there and say, oh, yeah, he don't know what he's talking about. But I heard, but Dave Meltzer said that Ronda Rousey's going to be turning heel. And they're going to try to something. But wait a minute, you said that you don't believe a word he says. See, that's what shows me how dumb you really are. You're not smart fans. But I digress. What the WWE is doing for this Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch story is brilliant. Throw some shade in there. Let these people believe that she really wants to hurt people. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mandy Rose found that out the hard way. Ooh, that was bad. Now, we can sit here and complain about Rhonda and some of her stuff sloppy. Of course it is. She hasn't been in a wrestling business that long. They're letting her do what she knows. Throw, armbar. That's simple. People complain about her interview styles. She is a fighter. She talks like a fighter. I mean, goddammit, the girl's better than Brock Lesnar. You're going to tell me that her promos are not better than Brock Lesnar's? Brock Lesnar don't speak. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Becky Lynch. I'm not. I don't like the whole man gimmick. I just think it's stupid. Yeah, you could crucify me again for saying it because every time I say it, I get crucified by these moronic fans. But I don't like it. I'm not the only one. I don't like Kevin Owens doing a Stone Cold Stunner and them calling it the Stone Cold Stunner. I mean, I come from a time when guys had their own moves. A DDT wasn't used through the damn locker room. Only one guy used the DDT. That was Jake the Snake Roberts. Come from a different time. I get it. Same thing goes for Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey comes from a different time. She comes from a different animal. MMA. It's a different animal. She's a fighter. That's what she's supposed to do. She sounds like a fighter. She sounds like someone who just wants to come in there and kick your ass and go home. That's what makes this heel Ronda Rousey story work. She's not coming in there and shake hands with the fans anymore and hand off a piece of her merchandise. Come on, man. Fighters ain't worried about their fans loving them. They're worried about kicking ass, collecting a check, and going home. That's all they're worried about. And the WWE's finally figured this out, and they're actually doing something with it. And you people are complaining? Really? Do you have a life? Do you have a life? The WWE is actually giving you what they want or what you want. They're giving you what you want, and you're complaining. Yeah. So I'm loving this Ronda Rousey story. I can't wait to see what they do next on Monday. So you got Kofi Kingston. Can't wait to see what they're going to do next with them. Ronda Rousey. Can't wait to see what they're going to do next with her. And holy crap, we got 2 huge matches. 2 huge matches going into WrestleMania. What more can you ask for? People are complaining the show's being thrown together the last minute. Y'all obviously haven't been wrestling fans too long because this is not the first time that's happened. But they're also complaining about something else. A match that was named this past week on Monday Night Raw. Ooh, we're not happy about that. We're going to talk about that next here on the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back after this short break.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
Stephon Devereux, Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We're back. Okay, so last week we got into the WrestleMania card. You know, more matches were added this past week. The one match that, and we'll talk about Mania over the next couple of weeks, I promise. But I wanted to get into this. Baron Corbin taking on Kurt Angle, which will be his final professional wrestling match, at least in the WWE. You know how things go. And the fans are not happy about this at all. The fans are pissed. They're not happy at all. Man. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Look, this one was hard because you got to look at what's been going on recently. The story of Kurt Angle, his comeback, and so forth in the WWE. And it was the Raw GM, and, you know, he did have the beef with Baron Corbin. So, I mean, I get it. I completely get it. And I'm pretty sure if the WWE knew that this was going to be it for Kurt Angle, they might have done it a little bit differently as far as Baron Corbin. I don't think they would have had him feud with Baron the way they did. Because they would have tried to make as much money as possible off of this, you know, farewell of Kurt Angle. You know, much like they did with Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels and so forth and so forth. But I'm not feeling this match. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. I am not feeling this match at all. I'm not. Because I just think that, yeah, I believe that Kurt Angle does deserve a better send-off than what he's going to get. Now, this could be changed tomorrow night on Raw. I get that. But I'm not feeling this send-off. I'm not. He wrestled Gable this past Monday night. Whoop-de-doo. A lot of people wanted to see Shelton Benjamin take on Angle in his final match, and that would have been an awesome match. But see, here's the problem that people are not thinking about. I don't think Kurt Angle has it in him to give you that type of match anymore. He doesn't have, because if he was to face Shelton Benjamin, then he would have to go with Shelton Benjamin. Now, it's not an easy task for a guy who's been wrestling with a broken freaking neck for years, especially at his age. Now, I'm not saying Kurt Angle couldn't do it. Oh, God. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I just don't think he would do it, put his legacy on the line as being one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time and have his last match against a guy like Shelton Benjamin and he not be able to step up to the plate. I don't think Kurt would do that. See, Kurt's smart. Kurt's a very smart man. I love Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, and I've said it time again, Kurt Angle is the greatest professional wrestler I've ever seen in my life. All-around professional wrestler. Kurt was able to do everything. Everything. That's not the same Kurt Angle today. This Kurt Angle can't do everything. This Kurt Angle, he can, pick and choose, and, he can do his suplex and so forth. But other than that, there's really nothing he can do. I would have loved to see Brock Lesnar take on Kurt Angle in his final match. That would have been an awesome match, too. Remember the match at Mania? Oh, God. Yes. But this Baron Corbin situation, I get it, man. I get it. But are we happy about this? Of course not. Now, like I said, Kurt couldn't go with the Shelton Benjamin, so I don't think they would have did that. But, I guess Baron Corbin, hey, I'd have been happy if Kurt Angle just said, my final match is going to be the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and my goal is to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Now that, to me, would have made a lot more sense, especially if you can't give Kurt Angle the type of match that you want to give him against a superstar like a Shelton Benjamin. Then I would have just had him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, have him win that as his go-home. I mean, what better way than him winning a championship? What better way? So this Baron Corbin thing, I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not. It's probably going to be a short match because I think a lot of the matches are going to be short. A lot of the mid-card matches will be short this WrestleMania because as of right now, I keep hearing they're going to have 17 matches. I feel bad for those who are going to be sitting there the whole time. That's why I like watching it at home on my TV, television. Because I can go wherever I want. I can eat, do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want in front of my TV. Don't have to worry about some fans sitting next to me yelling and screaming. But anyway. So this week we got, looking forward, we're going to see what they do with Kofi Kingston. We're going to see what they do with Ronda Rousey. Kurt Angle, we talked about that a little bit. Roman Reigns. We'll talk about that next week. Okay, we'll do that next week. Don't forget, Elias. He's going to have a nice little concert for us. Can't wait for that. But other than that, man, I can't wait for this week. A couple weeks off from WrestleMania. Ooh, it's getting hot. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Devereux Committee Pro Wrestling Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We are out. Thank you for joining us again. See you next week.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is